Yeah, good old Devil May Cry. It's a hack and slash series that have been graced with 5 main entries in the reboot. This is my favorite hack and slash out there, what was at the time, and over abundance of them. Yeah, the early 2000s to mid 2000s had a bunch of them. And with DMC 5 coming out on Friday, which is pretty amazing, let's review DMC 1, or Devil May Cry 1, just in case you guys don't get it confused with the reboot, but you guys get the idea. But, you know, I can't review this game dressed like this, so I'm just gonna activate my own Devil Trigger. Yeah, I know it looks like Morgan from Darkstalkers, but that's kind of what I was going for. But yeah, this one is much more fitting for a Devil Trigger. A bit revealing though. By the way, Devil Trigger is like the first thing you get in Devil May Cry, the ability you get. So yeah, let's get to reviewing this game.
Let's rock, baby.
Okay, so the first Devil May Cry was not heavy on story. Dante is given the job to hunt down Mundus after Trish goes into the DMC shop and breaks a lot of stuff. Stab Dante and then ask him for help. Yeah, she's a complicated woman. But we noticed something. There's a picture of Dante's mom on the floor and Trish looks exactly like her. As Dante traverses through the castle, he fights an owl, a spider, and at one point a goo. We don't talk about the goo. And even a mysterious knight named Neil Angelo, which we later find out is Virgil, Dante's brother. Throughout the story, Dante and Trish trust shift. Dante saying, despite looking like his mother, well, you could take it away, Dante.
Don't come any closer, you devil! You may look like my mother, but you're nowhere close to her. You have no soul. You have the face, but you'll never have her fire!
Yeah, the story isn't all that grand, but it's a simple and charming one. For their first endeavor, the only bad thing is the voice acting. Well, but it's the early 2000s, what are you expecting? I give it a pass because just play it. Speaking of playing, now I played the first game actually 8 years after it was popular, because when it first came out I was an infant. I was only 2 because it came out in 2002. But the gameplay you're seeing is from the HD collection, which is significantly easier and has less of a challenge. The enemies are still difficult until gaining Devil Trigger, the shotgun. They are easy to kill. The bosses, on the other hand, they massacre you so easily until you find either an exploit or a pattern. Then you are a badass. To be honest, this game's most difficult boss fights are Mundus and Neil Angelo. He gets harder and harder in every fight. He's a challenge. To be honest, all the enemies are a challenge, but he is like fighting Mango Nation in Smash Melee. I know, super bad reference is probably super dated. But this game aged pretty well. Combat is smooth, the camera angle shifting makes you see how this was once a Resident Evil game. You see how even the monsters will freak you out by how they look, but the gameplay is really cool for its time. Is it perfect? Hell no! Some bosses such as the Electric Feel Owl, yeah, I nicknamed him Electric Feel Owl, forces you to use certain weapons. Dante doesn't have finesse and style with his moves like he has in Devil May Cry 2, 3, 4, and 5, and even a reboot. Like in the future titles, and some puzzles are just hard for no reason, and they don't even give you much context. They'll give you some really cryptic message and you have to figure it out. You'll probably see in the gameplay that I'm just kind of running around and I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go, or what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, the gameplay is actually pretty solid, and I think you should just try out the game just on gameplay alone. I'm gonna keep this one short because it really isn't fair to judge a game that came out in the early 2000s on graphics compared to half the shit we have now. But it looked good for its time. Dante looked great, the monsters looked great, Trish was okay, and it generally looked horrifying. I like exploring the environment, the gothic tone of it, even, you know, being able to jump and see all the sort of horrific horror element that was supposed to go into a Resident Evil game turned into its own thing. Honestly, I feel like, again, you should buy this game for both the gameplay and the exploring in general because, well, everything looks great. And it only got better over time with every title, except for Devil May Cry 2. We brushed that game under the rug. Come on, Reboot, you're welcome in this family as long as you don't bring up 2. Now let's break it down. So, the good of the game. Well, the gameplay is great and fluent, has interesting variety and ways to beat bosses. I really do like how creative you can be when it comes to completing this game. I like the soundtrack despite it being played over and over again. but most games are like this during the time. The environment really does bring this haunting feeling, and the music in the different areas brought a sense of anxiety, but also a sense of, I'm a badass, I can get through this, when the battle theme played and you chop demons in half. Basically, a lot of the main points are the game is pretty good on this end, but of course there had to be some bad. Now, I gotta say, most of these problems are mainly nitpicks, but even so, they are really big ones. And I also gotta give a shout out to Random Black Gamer, because I did use his cutscene movie for some of the scenes, because I'll explain later right now. But one of the bads of the games are the story isn't all that complex, music gets annoying sometimes, and honestly, the game felt quite short, only having 23 missions, and some I was able to complete in less than 3 minutes because they were more straightforward. Some actually just got you here, get to this hallway in less than a few minutes, and you're done. Yeah, there was no fighting, no anything. Also, fuck the underwater segment. The underwater segment actually limits your abilities. You can't use your sword, you can't use anything. Only you use is a needle gun, and it doesn't always hit the enemy, unless you have it on like an easy setting or something. Basically, those segments suck. Also, the rail shooter Mundus section. Yeah, this is when my capture card got corrupted some of the data, and now I couldn't show you. So instead, enjoy some of the cutscenes of it. But yeah, these are just my nitpicks, and I really think that they could have improved on this, but hey, it's a game. Not just that, this game is like 19 years old, leave it alone. But yeah, that's the bad of the game. So in conclusion, this was a great nostalgic ride and start to the badass series we know today. And I can't wait to play 5. Look, I'm gonna review 5, but the others I'm gonna have to review at a later date because there's not gonna be enough time to actually get into them. Not just that, I have to do scripting, I have to play the game, I didn't have to write the script, I have to record the script, and you guys already know how that goes. But I will be reviewing them at a time. I'll be reviewing the anime because A, I bought it on DVD, and plus I can kind of watch that in like a couple of hours and get you that review. So yeah, look out for that. Also, what you guys hear that? Who the hell's knocking? Can I help you? Are you Phantom Brawler? Yes. I seek employment and heard you needed a secretary. Who gave you my address again? A guy named Frozen Cavern. He said he works with you occasionally. Okay. Wait, didn't you work for Marvel? I was fired due to the video you made. Oh, fine, you're hired, but your new name's Bitch Boy. Can we not? I'm just messing with you, bro. But your job is to organize my reviews and shit. Also, you're gonna help schedule the videos and all that. Got that, Dave? Deal. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this review, and if you made it to the end of the skit and all that. To be honest, I kind of want to do more skit based content and combine it with reviews just to add some more, flair to my content, because, watching a review is fun. Watching a review with other stuff going on is funnier. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This will not be the last Devil May Cry review. We will be reviewing the Devil May Cry anime that takes place, I believe, after 1. It takes place right after 1. So we'll definitely be watching that and reviewing it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace